I'm Brandon Roberts. Welcome to the Pike County Report. With us today is, of course, Judge Executive Wayne T. Rutherford, and also Pike County Clean Community Board Secretary Betty Brown, who also does the educational outreach for the Pike County Pride. And Judge, I guess we'll start with you first. You kind of put pride on the forefront when you came back into office, didn't you?
Pike County Pride. When I came into office in 2007, realized that Pike County Pride was dormant, and I tried to find the Pride director, and he was over to the county garage of handling the dumpsters. And I didn't understand, because this was an important program that Commerce and Rogers had brought into Eastern Kentucky to clean up Eastern Kentucky, and of course his goal was to move this forward into straight line pipes from your sewer plants, from your houses, to get that cleaned up. But found out that this program in this county was just completely nothing going on, and that the Pike County Pride, which was an employee of the Pike County Solid Waste Department, was assigned for doing something else, and didn't even have an office in the courthouse. So I moved Jimmy Dale Sanders from over to that position that they had placed him in, moved him into an office in the courthouse, and we took serious the two Pike County Pride cleanups we had in cooperation with county government and Pride at Somerset. So we just began by even cleaning the courthouse up. You know, look at your award-winning hallways, the Veterans Hallway, look at your Heritage Hallway, and look how that's changed, and how we improved the courthouse. But not only did we stop there, we put a responsibility on our road department, on Commissioner Hatcher and the road foremen and the county employees to be part of this, and each year they had this cleanup. The one in the spring is paint up, clean up, fix up. Pike County Pride cleanup. We emphasize probably a lot more on the spring one, because we're able to get people who helps us, who wants to sell paint and who wants to sell those good hardwares, and they help get the word out, because it brings people in. They buy their wires from them to help to clean up. But in the fall one, and this one now is October is the Pike County Pride Cleanup Month, and we proclaim that every year as we do the spring one and the fall one. So we are serious about cleaning this county up. We look at tourism as economic development. Now, to do that, to attract people here, we have to have a clean county. So what a job that is. And we got these people who give their time, and Mrs. Brown and this board, they give their time. They don't get paid anything. They are dedicated, and they work at helping clean this county up, and be the volunteers who tries to get everybody involved in it, even the homeowner, even the business owner. And to look around Pikeville and see how the Main Street program had changed the facades on the building in Pikeville, then you can tell what it does when you dress something up. We have got to dress this county up so that when tourists come here, and look what's happened with this Hatfield and McCoy frenzy that's happened since that movie or documentary was showed nationwide. We've had up now getting to be into the thousands of people, in my opinion, more than 1,000 people who have been here and on these tours. The last busload I saw on one day last week, I stopped and the bus was completely full. So the people are coming in. Our hotels, our motels are full, and people are coming in on this frenzy, but they don't need to see our ditches. I hope that the Department of Transportation was present at the last Pride meeting, so that they can become part of this and keep a number of bags they pick up during this month of October, and that we know that our road commissioner was at their last meeting, and he has his foremans ready, and they're going to be doing what they do every year and go out and count the bags, and then this Pike County Pride Committee has been successful because of the record keeping of everybody involved and all these volunteers, all these county employees with the road department. And Brandon, it was I think it was 35 truckloads taken out of one area called Pounding Mill over in Magistrate Dotson's district 3 years ago. 3 years ago, went over there and they had cleaned it from up on the mountain out to the Tug Fork. And it was unbelievable what was hauled from illegal dumps on private property and in front of some nice homes. And they had changed the mentality of people throwing it over the hill, but they had never cleaned up what they had done for years and years and years. But we have got to, then we expanded. I can remember going to Elkhorn City, passing the county road lot. The county road lot on US 460 leading to the Breaks Interstate Park, where 400,000 people visit every year, and the majority of them coming from the west, which means they would go up that 460. There was the most ugly garbage at the Belcher lot that I had ever seen. I mean, it was unbelievable of what a county lot, which was a county road lot, and which was a solid waste lot. Look, with the help of Magistrate Murphy, his road foreman, Mr. Reynolds, the solid waste commissioner, and the public works went up there, straightened the fence out, cleaned it up, and go by today and look at it, and painted the buildings. Painted those buildings. The back was rusted, holes in them falling off. That was county property. That is an example of what we have to do for tourism, and we are attempting as a county to meet that responsibility throughout the county. You go over to Belfry behind the courthouse and look at the lot that the Magistrate Harris and Road Foreman Branham and Mr. Hatcher, the lot they have clean as can be. And then you go up to Robinson Creek, and we got complaints, if you remember, Ms. Brown, about our own lot, solid waste lot, and a road lot, and how it looked next to the school. You know, and here was an award-winning school, and right next to it was nothing but a bunch of garbage. And I mean, we realized it. We went up there and we said, it's going to be cleaned up. Judge Hayes, Bobby Branham was up there week before last, came back and said, Judge, you won't believe it. It's been a while since we've been up there, but they have continued to clean that up. He said, you know that we have a new temporary foreman of solid waste up there. He said, you wouldn't believe what he's got done and how it looks next to that school. And here we was, Mrs. Brown, with her program, trying to teach children of what it means to have a clean county and to clean it up. And look out the window and look over there at county property. And now Marbone, Kenneth Robinson said in court meeting, said, gosh, what a job, what it looks like now. You ought to see the fence. You ought to see how it looked. He said when the fence went up, they cleaned everything up in the lot. He said they organized it, cleaned it up. Now, look what that did as you travel up Marbone for those folks. An example, you have a beautiful county fire station right across the road. You have a county park over there, beautiful little park, beautiful. Behind that on the hill is you have a senior citizen center that years ago that we made possible up there, and that is the old Southland Bible Institute, and pre that, the president or CEO of the coal company residence, the big building, beautiful, sitting on that hill. Look what that did for that, what it's done for it up there. I'm proud. Magistrate Robinson is proud. Matter of fact, when he said at the court meeting, gosh, and I appreciate the magistrate's cooperation, and that money, some of that money has to come out of their fund. So they want a clean county as much as the committee does, Pike County Pride Committee, and we can be proud of what has gone on in this county. I'm proud of you all as a committee, and I'm so proud. And you all have been successful with working with Somerset with the Pride program, and I think we've either been first or second for the last 6 years in regard to every year the number the bags that we pick up and the garbage that we move out of this county. But the main thing is to educate our people. And I know that when we first put the solid waste program in, I remember that what Dr. Mary Pauline Fox did. She went to every school in this county and asked the children to go home and tell their parents to quit throwing their garbage out the back door or over the hill. I mean, it's simple. To stop that wasn't proper, it wasn't right, and it wasn't leaning to the future development of a county, and for sanitary conditions. But Mrs. Brown, I'm going to let you and Brandon have a conversation because of what we can't do this with just county employees. We can do our part to help you all, but it's you all that helps bring the volunteers out. We also have the pickups at the school, and I can remember when we picked up from the intersection on Penny Road over on Penny Road, and the sheriff of the county sent his police car over there and run the light up and down the road to make sure that none of our children got run over for safety. And I hope that's been coordinated this time on the cleanup, and I'm sure it will be. And that we need to alert the state police so they can be in that area and make sure that these people that we get out that volunteer, that they're safe as they go pick it up. But Brandon, you have people like Mrs. Brown, and you have people like these others that's on this board. And I'm thinking about Johnny Hires, and I'm thinking about his group over to Big Creek that has 3 cleanups every year. And 2 of them, they keep their records and give it to Jimmy Dale so it will go in on the number of the cleanup bags that we have in this county that cleans it up. They have a cleanup. And I think about Kent Stacy and what they do over in their area by picking up out on those dangerous roads. They keep those. If you go up by Blackberry Park, you don't see anything. You know that. You live over in that area. You don't see anything because those people keep that roadway picked up. But I think that with your educational program, with Pike County Pride's educational program, that it contributes to that too, and we don't have as much thrown out. But I want to commend this board and right there, there's Kent Stacy, Marie Childers Bide, Naoma Baker, Betty Brown, and Kenneth Kinder, and of course our Pike County Solid Waste, Pike County Pride Coordinator, Jimmy Dale Sanders, and what a job Jimmy Dale does.
Well, Judge, you mentioned something that I think represents Betty, and you said dedicated. This board, I talk to Betty at least once a week, Jimmy Dale probably 3 times a day, because I'm also the immediate relations person for the Pride Board. They're volunteers themselves, going out trying to get volunteers. Everyone on that board is dedicated. And Betty, talk a little bit about let's not forget that it's October. It's spring cleanup, or it's a fall cleanup month, Pike County cleanup month. And what do you got going on in the schools right now?
Well, actually right now, and I did want to follow up on his comments about our schools. We had this year at Robinson Creek over 300 students, and not just students, that's parents, teachers, and students that help clean up with our spring cleanup activity. And then, of course, we have our teachers at Shelby Valley High School. Can't forget them in East Ridge. They did a great job. And so we do want to thank all of our volunteers. And, that's them calling us now wanting to help clean up. So that's great. Yeah. And we continue that. It has to be continuing. So now I do want to follow up on another subject that he brought up, was with the helpers with our solid waste and our court and our physical court, and all of the people in Pike County. They're always there to help us when we call. So we couldn't do it without them either. Our volunteers has to have help too.
Well, I got that written down. I have partnerships. If it wasn't for the road department, solid waste, you guys, the volunteers,
Absolutely.
the students. There's just all these people
Yes,
involved.
combined, and we couldn't do it without each other. So we were a great support for each other. And this year, hopefully, have a lot more volunteers. Last year, our goal was 25% more, and we did meet it.
Oh, good.
Above and beyond. And with all of our volunteers, and we did, our Shelby Valley High School students won the trophy for the most litter pickup and also the most volunteers in the school system. So we were so proud of them, and they did win the trophy back. And of course, hopefully, this year we will be passing that. So 71 bags with over 300 volunteers, parents, community
Well,
helpers.
I made the comment once, and I told Judge earlier that today, I said, it seems like it's always Shelby Valley and East Ridge passing it back and forth.
Yes.
What do we need to do to get these other schools involved?
Well, actually, this year we've already presented in the newsletters our comments on and support for our Pride program, and we want all the students, the teachers to contact us. We want to encourage competition. That's what we're all about, and nobody is a loser. We're all winners in this program. So if one person picks up one piece of garbage, we're a winner, no matter what. So all the students are winners. But we do want more people to get involved, and we have encouraged them through the newsletters and also through our Pride meetings and our communication every day with the teachers and the students. So we hopefully get a larger number this year.
And you did say that the Board of Education
Oh, yes.
is now...
Yes, they are a partner in our education outreach program, and we're so thankful for that, and we're so excited about our new year coming up. And we thank Mr. Wagner and, of course, all the board members at the Pike County Board of Education. And, they are a great support, because without them, too, we couldn't go out in the schools and contact the students. We always invite them. We always make sure everybody's involved. And also our magistrate, Mr. Johnson, and our local District 2, and all the magistrates that have supported us. We couldn't do it without them. So they're out there every day, too, seeing what goes on, and they're encouraging the students also and all the community volunteers. So we're just a great program. I'm just so excited. And that's all I talk about. So
It is.
It is
so I'm really
exciting
excited.
to talk about.
It is.
It's and the Board of Education, Pike County leadership, youth leadership.
Yes.
Look what they've been
yeah.
involved in this program,
Absolutely.
and let's not forget the corporate sponsors. Now, if you drive the roadway and see billboards up on Clean Pike County and Pike County Pride, some of those have been paid for, and those are partnerships that you have with, I think, Tico,
Yes.
Coca-Cola,
AT&T.
and then when we have in the fall, we certainly have help from the Paint Up, Clean Up, Fix Up from those people and those businesses too. But what an opportunity it is for us. We are tourism mecca now due to Hatfield and McCoy. We got a lot. We have already did a lot in regard to clean this county up. Now we need this important thing that these people have and that Mrs. Brown handles, and that is our educational end of it. And I'm proud of the volunteers of what they have been able to do in the last few years.
Judge, it's interesting you say that the October cleanup couldn't come at a better time. I read last night that more people are taking vacations this year between Labor Day and Thanksgiving than any year ever, and they think it's because of the leaves.
Yes, the beautiful environment.
Well, we are the most beautiful area of the country, Central Appalachia, and Appalachia itself that runs all the way down the East Coast. They don't have this anywhere else like we have it. The change of the trees, and this is our season. And you're right. Look what the visitors, Mr. O'Quinn up to Breaks Park told us at our last meeting that their busiest time is foliage time in the fall. One of their busiest times during the whole year is foliage, and the beautiful setting of these tranquil mountains we have, and the beauty. The Lord give us that, and the Lord has given us the wisdom so that we keep this county clean. The Lord gives us our natural resources to use, but on the other hand, He gives us our environment to take care of too. So we have a job to do. We've been blessed in this area, and I'm just proud of everything the county employees have done, and everything the volunteers have done. All these sponsorships, we couldn't do it, as Ms. Brown said, without the Board of Education, Superintendent Wagner. We have worked with them. I remember Magistrate Johnson calling, and we go up and meet at a blighted building on the property, not only at the Robinson Creek, but up at the Burgess School building. And we was able to take our county equipment up and work with the school board to get those blighted out. And our blighted housing program, let's talk about that. That also, look what that's done. If anything that we had ever put as when they say, what are you going to do if you get elected? And I thank the Lord for giving me the vision of thinking, what can we do to get these dilapidated houses out of this county? It's a blight upon this county, and we started a program and got cooperation, the county attorney's office, KCO office in Frankfort, NACO in Washington. We asked for NACO and KCO we asked for 2 from the state, we asked for 3 from around the country. One was in Oregon, one was in Iowa, one was somewhere else, the Kentucky one. We used Pikeville. Pikeville had an ordinance already on dilapidated houses. So we took that, put it together, went to solid waste commissioner and said, here's what we're going to do. Then Donnie Johnson retired, and we brought him back as a special employee because he could operate a piece of equipment. And we have the people, once we started this program, they have taken more blighted houses and buildings out of the county than our solid waste department has. And you know, what is the figures on that now?
It's way up there, Judge.
It's 155.
Yeah.
But they've taken more out than we've taken, and we're taking them out. I went by the other day up to Shelby Ann at the old flea market, and here was county equipment, county employees, getting ready to take all of those 4 dilapidated buildings off of that property and put it in the landfill.
Well, I know when the total was 107.75 had been
but people,
by the owner.
The owner, because they didn't want the lien put on them, because that's a problem later, and we don't want people to lose their property. We work a lot of this property. Let me explain to you what happened back when. And I governed this county in the late 70s when they had almost 90,000 people in this county. We have 65,024 today, but under the census. But back then, the coal business went down again, as it's doing right now. It went down again. And everybody out-migrated and went to find a job somewhere else, especially in the north at that time. They didn't come back and check on their property. They went up there, they either passed away or they married or remarried and stayed in the area. And their houses they left here, they fell in over the years. They grew up because we had mining camps. And you talk about on Marbone, and you talk about the big mining areas in the county back then in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Then you had Pond Creek all the way to the head.
Hardy.
And you had, especially in the mining camp, you would go to people who take care of their homes, but they had these, and then that is a successful program that has encouraged, I'm sure, this committee to do the other work and to educate our people further.
Well, and Judge, the thing is the blighted housing, which won a national award back in 2010, and Pride are both about beautification and environmental issues. They kind of go hand in hand, don't they, Betty?
They do, and I want to make a comment on that, and thank you so much, Judge. That was wonderful, cleaning all the old buildings and old sore eyes that we have, the eyesores that we have in Pike County. And even as we clean up, you're right, there's still that there, and it needs to be taken care of. So that is a great program. Thank you so much for that. And I want to comment on the environment, keeping it beautiful. We're having a celebration teaching aid at Virgie Elementary School on the 8th of October from 8 to 11, and that's what we're teaching is the environmental appreciation and teaching the young children to appreciate their environment and taking care of it. So you're right, that's what it's all about, making it more beautiful for us to live in and to continue throughout the future for our children and grandchildren.
Well, I made a trip with Jimmy Dale one day to Grapevine Mountain. Do you remember that cleanup?
Yes.
And he said, he told me on the way up there, he said, our goal is, when people come here,
yes,
it's clean enough where they'll come back.
That's right.
And, I believe we're we're getting there. I mean, I think we are.
I think so too. And it's a wonderful place to visit. And that's what we have to keep it, a wonderful place to visit, and want people to come back. And it's our home, so we take care of it, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah,
let's do it for ourselves as well.
That's right.
And the people here in Central Appalachia, especially in this area of the country, they're friendly people, and people can't get over it as they come in here for this Hatfield McCoy. They say, you all are so friendly, you know.
Well, Betty, you want to talk to them, tell the viewers maybe how they can volunteer?
Absolutely. You can call me at my number, personal number is 639-4204, and also the Pride office number is 432-6245. And you can ask for anyone there. I mean, anybody will contact the Pride members and let people know that you want to start a Pride club or either a Pride cleanup. And especially here in the month of October, we're getting ready to do a lot of cleanups. So, and our groups are ready to clean up. They've already called and asked for their materials and their designation and what we want to do and what we have to do. So we're ready, and that's wonderful. See, at the beginning you had to encourage them. Now they're encouraging us because they're ready to clean up and they see what they have done throughout the years.
It catches on, don't it?
Yes, it does. And we have so many new groups this year too. So we're just so proud. And businesses, not just individual groups or school groups. We have businesses now that's coming out.
Do you think the businesses are realizing that with the tourists coming in, the cleaner it is, the more tourists, the more often they'll come back. That helps their businesses out.
I mean, that's not.
That's not tough to figure out.
No, and it's so wonderful.
Brown, let's talk about tar amnesty. That's won a national award.
It has.
Look how many tars,
Absolutely.
80,000 tars, the year that the state of Kentucky did tar amnesty in Pike County, and that won a national award. That got these tars, a lot of them would end up in their streams or creek over the hill in these illegal dumps. And once you start the tars, that's where you start your illegal dumps. Because everyone I've been out to, they've been pulling the tars out too. So that has been a great program. We want to continue with the state on that. They don't come in every year, but it is a great program. We spend about $4,000 a month of paying people to come in and get the tars that ends up at our landfill. And we have to do that. That is state and federal law, and it ought to be done. It's costly to us with our solid waste program, but it's something that we think that should be done, and we participate in it.
And we gave out pamphlets at that year that we had that, and it helped us so much. And we had so many people call and volunteer to go out and check those the people that wanted to get rid of their tars. So I would hand out the pamphlets and they would call, and that helped our cleanup so much that year. We do appreciate that.
Let me just say to the people of Pike County, this is Cleanup Month, Pike County Pride Cleanup Month. We need volunteers. You need to clean up around your house. You need to help organize in your community of cleanup. You know, I can remember going back in the early 70s and going over and their picture that's existing with the Kenders at their property over on Chloe Creek, and they always had a cookout when they had their cleanup. That is the longest ongoing cleanup in the Commonwealth of Kentucky that was started in the early 70s on Chloe Creek by a community. And we all over this Pike County, all of you, we need to take pride in our county. What a beautiful place we live. What a beautiful area that we have that the Lord has given us. So what an opportunity it is to clean it up and keep it clean. And I want you to close this meeting out.
And thank you for inviting me down today, because this is one of my passions. You know that.
I do.
And so now, since I have gotten so involved in it, it's just part of my life. And with the Pride program and all the support that we get, it's just wonderful to see what has become of it.
Well,
and we have shown what's become of it since the
I
beginning.
feel your passion that you have, and I do every time I have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
Thank you and all the
Thank you.
volunteers.
And we want to thank all of our volunteers. Thank you.
On behalf of Judge Rutherford and Miss Betty Brown, I'm Brandon Roberts. Thanks for watching the Pike County Report. You can call the Pike County Solid Waste Office or Miss Brown to volunteer yourself, your group, whomever, to clean up in October.